A split second is all it takes for someone to make a subjective judgment of anyone, whether it may be about the person's gender, race, social class, or even ability. Myself included were given many comments for years. Oh, she is just a middle-aged woman. She's a mom with 2 kids. I bet this is her last game. I don't think she can do this. She is just lucky to make that flip. She is not worth the title. I have to admit, these indifferent and yet prejudiced thoughts linger in the air almost made me believe that's who I am. I almost let others define who I strive to be. Yet I'm here today to share my journey on the water and how it helped me to redefine myself and hopefully for you. Hello, my name is Kimberly. I am a wake surf athlete from Taiwan. During my school year, like most of you, my academic achievement was my first priority. It was a phase of countless homework, exams, and all-nighters, all for the sake of achieving that academic validation I deeply crave for, and that my parents would be proud of me for. My goal was simple: to attend a top-ranked college, then find a decent job that paid well and pave my way to success, to a successful career that many would envy me for. I didn't seek out joy at work because, to me, having fun would interfere with my goals of having a bright future. For the past 20 years, I gave it my 100%. I learned everything I could to become better at my job, step by step, day by day. I eventually started my own company. But somehow, I was not content. I knew that something was missing. Something like drive, a force of energy that tickles my heart, makes me want to jump off the bed in the morning and charges me with abundance of joy to share. I realized I was missing passion. I've spent nearly my whole life living up to others' expectations and chasing a dream that was not my own. Fulfilling expectations of others limited my own dream. It was never my plan to become a wake sport athlete, let alone winning more than 40 medals. During the 2013, at my age of 35, I stumbled upon wake sport by chance. I wanted to find a sport that both my children and I would enjoy. I told myself, why not? I can definitely do it. Let's just say I spent more time under the water than actually on the board. But as stubborn and persistent as I can be, I continue to try and never give up. Here is an actual video of me trying a lot of times just to get the trick right. Do what I can do more next time, do extra the third time. I lived by my life motto to spend all spare hours I had practicing on the water. On the water, I feel this force of energy penetrate through every inch of my body. When I was riding the waves, the endorphin and dopamine helped me power through obstacles, boost me with confidence, and wrap me with happiness. When I'm resting on the board, the time seems to slow down. The river swings calmly beneath me like a lullaby. At that moment, the rest of the world seems to vanish, and I no longer find myself being tied down to the opinions that others have of me. With wake surfing, I regain control of my identity. No, I'm not a young trained athlete, nor someone who was gifted with sports genes, but I am who I say I am. I am someone who never gives up, no matter how difficult the situation gets. I am a dreamer who dares to dream big. I am a humble human who fell in love with the water. I am a strong mother who continues to grow, and I am always up for new challenges. Ask yourself, how do you want to be defined? It's been 8 years since I set foot in the water. Every flip into the air still confirms that absolute pride and relief of breaking my limit, overcoming my fears, and stepping out of my comfort zone. But part of breaking the limit means facing obstacles. Last year, during the World Wake Surf Championship, I received the highest preliminary score, giving me the best chance to be placed first or second in my division. Right when I was ready to give it a perfect ending, the official told me, due to a technical difficulty, the first half of my final run would not be counted. Even with my second try, it pushed me back to the third place. Imagine this. You have studied for every day after school for the SAT for months. On the day of the test, you make sure to double-check for your answers and even got lucky on a few questions. However, on the day of the result, the SAT center called you to inform you that they have somehow lost the record of your exam. How would you feel? I was beyond frustrated to the point of being furious. No, more than furious, I was upset with God for letting me down. Paddling slowly on my board, my thoughts drifted away thinking of the what-ifs and second-guessing of my abilities. My emotions went from anger to self-pity. From it wasn't my fault, why am I to take the blame, to maybe I'm not cut for this after all. The funny thing about losing is, it's not always bad in the end. I got so caught up in my mind that I drifted for hours on the water. After pulling myself together, I looked up. The sun set. A crisp circle in the tangerine sky illuminated a quivering path across the water. Just magnificent how everything was tinted red. Time passed, but my heart pounded loudly. I cried. I prayed to God and I thanked Him. I understood why I failed, why He wanted me to endure this hardship. The setback reminded me there are obstacles that we are not supposed to conquer, instead to seek for another path. I remember why I first started this sport. It was the boost of energy in my body and joy I felt so close to the water. It was never about the fame of winning. I knew that He has a plan for me along the way, a mission much bigger beyond my imagination. I initiated a project called Women's Power Dream Come True, which inspired hundreds of women of my age to challenge themselves and to step out of their comfort zone. The goal is to set aside society's expectations, others' opinions, or one's own self-doubt, and to redefine each individual through the beauty of the river, the power of nature. There have been times, many times, when the water inspired me to reflect. Expectations and comments from others don't bother me anymore like they used to. I take control of my narrative and identity. My journey on the water gave me not just passion, power, and most of all, a purpose. Just like my new project, Wake Well. Wake well. It is a way to live well on the water, to bridge between God and wake sport. Love God, love others, love wake. I want to make a change. I want to make a difference. I want to inspire others to become agents of change of their own. This is how you can get started. Keep a journal with you. Write down things that spark joy or make you sad. I find that having a record of your emotions allows you to look back and reflect your decision. Look at each day with an open mind. Judge less and appreciate more. And remember, don't set limitations. Be adventurous and don't be afraid to dream big. Wake sport radically changed my life for the better. It made me feel the thunder beat and dare to dream big. Believe in yourself. Believe that God always has a plan for you. I believe you will see the difference in your life too. If you ever feel lost, welcome join me on the water. You never know, you just might find your new passion. Thank you.